Hi everyone, welcome back to Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters YouTube channel, where we emphasize play-based learning, wellness, and research-based solutions to issues in early childhood education. If you're new here, subscribe. Welcome to part 2, transforming my daycare space into a breastfeeding-friendly daycare service. And today we're going to be talking about the paperwork. So the first thing is going to be Virginia's breastfeeding standards. So let's take a look at this Virginia breastfeeding friendly early care standard toolkit overview. You can see it has the case for breastfeeding in early care. It has those subheadings, Virginia's 5 breastfeeding standards, and I just want to say that if you want to read any of these, you can pause it at any time, and read it. This is not going to be a very long video. This is just going to be, a short video with an overview of the paperwork that I had to work with while designing or decorating the daycare space. So these are the standards. This is the very first step you have to take, read the standards, understand them, the environmental part, where you have the breastfeeding area or the breastfeeding corner, how it's supposed to look like, how you're supposed to help communicate with the parents or communicate with the staff, whoever is breastfeeding, all of that is here. And then I really love the legal part where it says anybody, at least in Virginia, is free to breastfeed their baby wherever they need to, So it's also telling you about the environment here, telling you about visual prompts, that you need to have posters or things on the wall, books, all kinds of stuff to show that is the breastfeeding area, at your daycare service. So here's the second one, which is the family support, where you give families all kinds of materials, verbalize and initiate ongoing support, develop infant feeding support, so everything is all about communication with the family. You support them with materials, with time, with whatever they need, resources, and all of that. Lactation consultants, look at all of that. Look at all this beautiful information. I'm telling you, Virginia is the place to be with all these wonderful daycare programs. And then they coming down to the infant feeding. So we've done environmental, family support, now infant feeding. Infants are supposed to have on-demand feeding. They are supposed to eat whenever they like. Responsive feeding is taking note and recognizing when your baby is hungry or full. Paced bottled feeding, it allows the infants to be more in control of the feeding process, and all of that. So remember what I said at the beginning. If you want to go back and look at these, you can always pause, you can always rewind or forward, because this, if I were to read every single word on this page or on these standards, it's gonna be hours and hours, and it's gonna be a boring video as well. So still talking about infant feeding, because it's very important. This is the baby we're talking about, the baby who is breastfeeding. Stop feeding when the baby is ready. Don't force a baby to finish the bottle. Don't wake a baby to take more if bottles are left unfinished. These are very important when we're talking about responsive breastfeeding. And look at all the partners they are working with, at the bottom here. This is amazing. An amazing program. Okay, so the next one is the professional development part. We know that with every program that you are introducing into your daycare service, you have to involve professional development, because it's most likely that program is new. So you have to train staff, you have to train yourself about the program. So here with the breastfeeding program, there are so many classes I've had to take, or we've had to take. Actually, I took 3 classes, and I'm going to show that to you in the next video when I show you the space, the daycare, the breastfeeding space. And these classes help educate you, to all kinds of things, to responsive breastfeeding, to how you're supposed to decorate your space, how you're supposed to deal with families who need breastfeeding, staff who need breastfeeding, all kinds of things, So it's important you take training. The training part is as important as the practitioner part of every new program at any daycare service. And these trainings are not just once in a lifetime trainings, they are continuing classes, so they are continued classes, so that if there's any new development, because research is constantly being done, in all aspects of life. So even in breastfeeding as well. So if something new comes up, you take a class and learn about it. So the last one is the breastfeeding policy, which they gave us a really nice template, and you will see that at the end, where everything is in there. The space, how you're going to train your staff, how you're going to do responsive, how you're going to encourage responsive breastfeeding. All of that is in there, is in the policy. And the policy is very important. It's an addendum to my already existing daycare policies. So it's amazing. So looking at this again, we see the environmental, family support, infant feeding, professional development, breastfeeding policy, and these are the standards that will qualify a daycare service for, to be designated breastfeeding compliant service in Virginia. So remember, you can always go back, rewind, forward, pause, and look back on these standards. And in addition to that, I'm just taking you, showing it all over again so you can see what we've done so far. But there are more things I'm going to be showing you ahead, and they all have to do with these various standards of a breastfeeding friendly daycare or early care standards in Virginia. I'm not sure about other states. If you're in another state and you're watching this and you have these programs, please leave a comment below so I can see. Are there differences in standards? Are they the same? Do you even have these programs? I'm not sure. I just know about Virginia currently because I'm in Virginia right now. Okay. So moving on to the next thing, breastfeeding friendly books and toys. I told you this program is amazing by Childcare Aware. They give you everything for success, everything, So there's a list, if you are not aware, there's a list of breastfeeding friendly books and toys that you can have in the breastfeeding space. And it's right here, it's listed right here. I'm going to see if I can read some of it. The books, Mama's Milk by Michael Elson Ross, which I have. Super Mom, We Have a Baby, We Like to Nurse, Will There Be a Nap for Me? The toys, Breastfeeding is Special, Dolls Without Bottles, Nursing Nina Cat, Nana Dog, and Nuna Pig. So the thing about this breastfeeding program is that while you're modeling for moms to be breastfeeding, you also include images and representations of animals, mammals breastfeeding their babies, because it just shows how normal it is, how natural it is to breastfeed a child. Okay, going to documentation and proof of training. Remember the standards we talked about, trainings and professional development. Yeah, so there's a form for that. So this form is where you document, you and your staff at your daycare service document all your trainings. And like I said, we've done some of the trainings recommended, and I'm going to show you those when I show you the space, because I created a folder that I left in the breastfeeding space. So it's gonna this just has information, name of staff first and foremost. It tells you the standard, the professional development standard, and then it tells you signature, the title, the name of staff, what kind of training. Was it online? Was it in person? Was it the director who presented it? How did you get the training? And then promoting and supporting breastfeeding mothers and babies and all of that. Okay, so the next one is the sample breastfeeding space, and they actually give you a visual of how the breastfeeding friendly environment should look like. Isn't this amazing? I'm telling you, they set you up for success. They don't want you to fail in these new programs they are introducing. And if you look at this space, you don't have to have all of these, like the drinking water for mom. That's optional. Mom may not be thirsty. But basically, this is how this space should look like. It should not be anything extravagant. A pillow to support the baby, disinfectant wipes to clean up before and after pumping. There's a stool there for mommy to put her legs, an electrical outlet she might need. Who knows? Maybe she has an electrical breast pump. Who knows? A sink nearby, a refrigerator nearby. If you might need that, a table to place pumping, materials. Just, it gives you like a visual of how the space should look like, and this is a model visual of how the space should look like. Doesn't mean it has to definitely look like this, but that's a beautiful space. It's a beautiful space. So mom is comfortable, baby is comfortable, and when she's done with breastfeeding, no rush. Don't rush the baby. Practice responsive breastfeeding. When breastfeeding is done, mom can wash her hands. She can play with the baby. Just a really nice, comfortable space. Okay, so breastfeeding posters for display. So we're still talking about the breastfeeding space here. And they provided, I'm telling you guys, they provided these beautiful posters. And the thing I really love about these posters is they are very, very culturally inclusive. There's white people, there's black people, there's Hispanic people. There's Hispanic words and messages. There's English words and messages. So I like that they made it like that, with culturally responsive ideas in mind. So breast milk, every ounce counts. So these are posters you could use for your space, for the wall, or for your daycare environment. It could be anywhere at your daycare, just to show that I'm all for breastfeeding. If you want to breastfeed, whenever, wherever you like, it's okay. This is the Hispanic one. It is okay to breastfeed. There's no shame in it, people. It's natural. And I tell you, I said this before in the first video, I'm originally African. I grew up in Nigeria, and women breastfed everywhere the baby was hungry. If they were at a party, they will breastfeed the baby. If they are home on their balconies, they will breastfeed the baby, wherever. wherever and whenever the baby was hungry, the baby was fed. At the market, they breastfeed their babies. So breastfeeding is natural. And animals do it too. Animals don't go hiding when they want to breastfeed their babies. We see this all the time. When cats breastfeed their babies, they're right there. They're not hiding under the tree, hiding under anything to breastfeed their babies. Lions, and all the mammals, monkeys and gorillas, whatever animal, they breastfeed their baby on demand, So there's no shame in it, people. Okay, so sample daycare breastfeeding policy. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning, about the policy. They gave me like a model policy. And from there, I kind of made it my own, This is, when I say they, I'm talking about Childcare Aware of Virginia. And they are amazing. This breastfeeding program is not just, hey, prepare the space and and let the parents know that you have a breastfeeding space. No, they give you the theoretical part, they give you the practitioner part, they give you everything, And I have showed you the materials at the beginning that I was given. So I'm very lucky to be participating in this program, and I will not take it for granted. I'm telling you, I will never take it for granted. Okay. So this is a policy created from the original model. Like a sample they gave me. I just made it my own. We are committed to providing a breastfeeding friendly environment for our enrolled children and staff. We subscribe to the following policy. The refrigerator will be available for storage. Sensitivity be shown to breastfeeding mothers and staff. Staff will be trained, in all aspects of breastfeeding. And I told you we're already doing that. Breastfeeding employee. And this reminds me, in all the daycares I've worked where there were breastfeeding employees and parents, do you know where they had to breastfeed their babies? You won't believe it. In the bathroom, If they needed to pump their milk, they did it in the bathroom. There was no private, secluded, really nice, comfortable spot for the mom to expel her milk and breastfeed her baby. There was none. So it's amazing that I'm doing this. It makes me feel good, makes me feel inclusive, and I'm very happy. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye.